In today's video, 7 signs of poor gut health and 7 ways to improve them. Roll the titles.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you.
Hey everyone, it's good to see you again. If we haven't met before, then hi, I'm GojiMan. I'm a qualified nutritionist and soon to be PhD student. I do vegan health and nutrition videos as often as I can, in which I answer your health questions under the hashtag AskGojiMan. So if you have a question for me, then hashtag AskGojiMan in the comments below, or alternatively send your video questions through to contact@gojimannutrition.com. As always, just a quick reminder that I am now offering the SIBO, organic acid, stool tests and consults via my website. So if you have any health or digestive problems, then consider taking these tests, as they will provide a lot of very detailed information upon which you can start making informed decisions and then start getting your health back on track. And on that bombshell, to the video. So we all know that having good gut health is pivotal to your overall health. And despite this, the gut is often underestimated. For many, it's nothing more than food in, calories, and then waste material going out. The reality is a complexity more than we can actually fathom. Now, there are many things in our daily lives that can damage the gut. So very high stress levels, a lack of sleep, food preservatives, processed refined foods, processed refined sugars, and of course, antibiotics. And when this damage arises to the gut, it can cause all manner of wider health issues such as autoimmune issues, joint problems, skin issues, hormonal imbalances, fat and carbohydrate malabsorption issues, and even in some cases cancer. But how on earth do you know if the gut has been damaged or if you have poor gut health? The following signs are some of the most common, and stick around after these for the 7 things that you can do to improve these issues. Number 1, changes in the stomach. So if the gut is in a poor state, then you are likely to experience gas and bloating, constipation, reflux, and also cramping. If you have a healthy gut, then these type of symptoms will only be experienced once in a blue moon. Number 2, your energy will drop. This is usually a result of your gut not being able to deliver the necessary nutrients, therefore making energy production and also the mitochondria to function poorly. When this happens, it can also cause poor sleep patterns, which are often triggered when neurotransmitter pathways are inhibited. Therefore, your body will struggle with serotonin, dopamine and norepinephrine, and this will significantly impact on your sleep quality. Number 3 is skin issues, and this is often one of the first symptoms that people will experience when the gut starts to struggle. Eczema, rosacea and psoriasis are often triggered when the gut starts to experience intestinal permeability or leaky gut. So these undigested foods and proteins then get into your bloodstream. So ordinarily the individual food proteins have postcodes or zip codes. So your body will say, I need this protein in the brain and I need this protein in the heart muscle. When these postcodes or zip codes become scrambled, the proteins can end up where they aren't supposed to be, and this often results in inflammation in the skin that will result in eczema or other similar problems. Number 4, food sensitivities. So if you have gut issues, then it can be really difficult for the gut to break down your food into its constituent parts. If you have good gut health, the food goes into the gut or the bucket where it is broken down and then the waste products are removed. When you have a poorly functioning gut, the food goes into the gut and then is not broken down correctly. So the compounds within the food, such as histamine, salicylates and oxalates, aren't broken down, and then the water bucket overflows, and then you start running into food sensitivity issues. So it could be hives, headaches, dizziness, or increased heart rate. Other very common symptoms include gas and bloating, diarrhea, cramping, and even nausea. So number 5, weight issues. So changes in the gut could cause fluctuations in the gut, such as significant weight gain or even weight loss. This can often be triggered by things like small intestinal bacterial overgrowth or SIBO that inhibit food being absorbed into the small intestines. That can cause issues with blood sugar and also fat storage issues. When you aren't digesting food correctly or absorbing nutrients and you become deficient, this will then trigger the urge to consume more as your body attempts to gain access to much needed nutrients. And obviously for others, where they aren't absorbing food or nutrients, then they could experience significant weight loss. So number 6 is immune issues. So much of your immune system is located in and around your gut. So as I discussed earlier, foods contain postcodes and zip codes, so your body knows exactly where to send them. So when the undigested foods and proteins get into your body with scrambled postcodes, then this can cause autoimmune issues as the body mistakes these undigested foods as invaders. As these foods then travel through tissues, organs and bones, they can then cause an immunological response where your immune system mistakes the body as an invader and then proceeds to attack, which is what an autoimmune condition is. And finally, number 7, poor gut health will trigger food cravings. Once the good bacteria is decreased in the gut, it can then allow more sugary fueled bacteria to become overrun, and as a consequence you will then start craving highly processed refined sugars. So if you are struggling with cravings in conjunction with any of these other symptoms in this video, then it could be that your gut health is becoming very poor. So now with the 7 signs of poor gut health out the way, let's delve into the 7 things that you can do to improve things. So number 1, you have to identify what the problem is. So you need to test to see what the problem is so you can know how to approach things. So you could use a combination of things like the SIBO test, the organic acids test, and also the comprehensive stool test to make informed decisions. And obviously other tests exist for things like C. diff and H. pylori infections. Number 2 is really important that you reduce your stress levels. Now I have done a video on the impacts of stress on the gut and you can watch that up here somewhere. In summary, stress will trigger the parasympathetic nervous system that will cause or trigger gastrointestinal issues such as gas and bloating. So you need to reduce your stress levels via meditation, music, computer games, or whatever works best for you. Number 3, fermented foods. So for many digestive problems, incorporating fermented foods into your daily life can improve your overall digestive health. If you have infections in the gut, then fermented foods will not resolve the issue on its own, but it will certainly give your digestion a nudge in the right direction. Number 4, you need to establish if you have any food intolerances. You will be fighting a losing battle if you're trying to heal the gut while dealing with food intolerances. So if you notice that you are reacting to histamine, salicylates and oxalates in foods and you have done the necessary testing, then remove these foods that are causing your issues. But obviously if you are removing foods from your diet, then ensure that you are replacing them so that you are not deficient in either calories or nutrition. Number 5, ensure that you are getting enough sleep. Again, your sleep patterns can impact on your parasympathetic nervous system and also your circadian rhythms. And if these are altered, then it can have detrimental impacts on your overall health as well as your gut health. Aim for at least 7.5 hours of good sleep per night and avoid eating for 3 hours before bed. Number 6, this is always one of the simplest things that people can do to improve their digestive health that not many people do, and that is to chew your food properly. This will ensure the correct secretions of stomach acid, enzymes and bile occur correctly, and this will ultimately result in more efficient digestion as well as the absorption of nutrients. And finally, number 7, you have to ensure that you are drinking sufficient water throughout the day. If you fail to drink enough fluids, then it can have a detrimental effect on the gut lining and mucosal layers of the gut, as well as impacting on the diversity of your gut flora. So that's the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, remember to look after your body because it's the only place you have to live. And I'll see you next time.